if you shoot a deer with a 12 gauge, you don't get much usable meat, whereas if you kill the deer with a bow, you get a lot more usable meat, so that people have to have some kind of hunting weapon to get a lot of meat.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It's exactly the kind of stuff that we can look at doing. And this is all kind of the intricate detail that once we get the base architecture up, we can do all that stuff. It's you know, it's not very difficult to go down beyond those and do the little stuff. So,
do you have a price point for the original, the first instance of the alpha, and maybe a final price point for when it's fully released retail?
Actually, it's changed a little bit. So we're still. I don't want to say because I don't want to say, and then we change it and that kind of stuff. But it's the whole Minecraft style. It starts at this price, it goes to this price, it goes to that price.
So the earlier people get in, the more bugs it will have.
Yes, but look, I mean, alpha is going to last a very long time, like maybe 6 months or something, maybe a year, like a very, very long time. So, wow, people are just like DDoSing the server right now. Holy crap. Well, I mean, not literally DDoSing, I just mean like it's it's getting
Everyone's
smashed.
connecting.
So, what was I saying?
About price.
Oh, price. Yeah, and the alpha's going to last a long time, so people have plenty of time to get involved. I think they should just watch streams. They should just make their decision carefully.
Someone asked an interesting question about weapon and clothing damage. If someone gets hit by a frag grenade, is it pretty much going to break everything they own?
Yeah. We want to do giving and stuff like that as well. Would be awesome. Got some plans. Oh, crap.
Well, so in the future you envision maybe being able to blow someone's arm off or hack it off with an axe?
I think it would be more you exploded someone, that kind of stuff. But we've talked about this with that bullet physics SDK. So
yeah.
Yana, our physics programmer, we've got definitely a lot of different ideas and stuff. So I'm going to try something. I'm going to put my pistol on the ground with the torch on, and I'm going to see what happens. Oh, wow, sweet. Okay, that does work.
So you could actually use that as a trap. If you're running away from someone, you could like throw your pistol down and they might think you're camping.
Yeah, actually one of the very first things we're putting in soon is that you can actually throw and drop all items in game. That's why we don't have throwing in at the moment. Again, we don't want to half-ass it. We want to do it properly.
That's awesome.
I mean, I hope people see the improvements that we've made in the last, like, week, right? Like, there's just been a lot of improvement. And that's what DayZ is going to be all about.
Well, every time you stream, you show something that most people didn't even know was going to be in DayZ. Like with the chest rigs that have an improvement on not only saving you space for pistols, but in the future are going to change your draw speed. And then the broken optics, and now you're showing us being able to put weapons down on the floor with flashlights and all.
Oh yeah, well I found a little bug there, so I just need to clean up. But look, I mean, there's so much complexity to the cases and experience.
Are zombies going to be relatively... are zombies going to have less visual acuity at night? Are they going to be more sound-based? If that makes sense.
Not really. What's the deal?
At night time, will it be harder for zombies to see you?
Look, we haven't even looked at that stuff yet. All that kind of stuff is really just... The zombies are really kind of just placeholder how they are now. That behaviour will all adapt. So the short answer is not at the moment. At the moment, they're going to be pretty simple.
Continue heading up the road, and you will meet up with me just on the outskirts of Kaminka. We'll use that as our
okay. Point. Yeah, so the whole zombie thing is... Like, these really are like an absolute work in progress. So things like, we want to do all that kind of advanced where the zombies see you and at night differently and all that kind of stuff, but first we have to get the zombie numbers up to a decent amount. They're a bit sparse at the moment, in case you haven't noticed. Still, I mean, it's enough. That's what I mean. Like, it's enough that you get the spirit of the game. Like, when and I'm sure you're the same. Remember when we first played Prison Architect, and like, you played it for a little bit, and you're like, yeah, that's pretty cool. And then you go away from it for a bit.
Yeah.
The shot, that's way behind me, Dean. I will turn around.
Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
That's okay, I'm just reading through some of the questions from chat. Someone's asking about firearm rarity. Is it going to be the same kind of thing towards the shore? You're going to find lower grade things up in certain military bases or airfields. You're going to find higher grade things, or is it going to be pretty randomized?
It's based on items in the world, so the items spawn based on that sort of stuff. It's randomized for the building type, so a hospital spawns hospital loot, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
The sky's broken, Brian. I don't know why the sky's so badly broken.
I don't see it on my screen.
Yeah.
And Lyric's asking if a player's mouth will move when they talk in game. When they do VON, I presume.
Yep.
So it's got the same kind of lip syncing, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. Dean was actually pretty passionate about that being something we had DayZ, as it were.
Okay,
Will
I just had
Waring.
my settings at the shittiest.
Alright, I got my torch on.
Oh yeah, see how the head torch has a much bigger view? So that's something new we've added. Let's roll. Okay, I'll try to keep answering questions as we're running along.
Just reading through some now.
Sure.
So people are asking a lot about, because we're playing at night time. Well,
Sorry, I pushed the button.
what did you do?
Oh, you'll see it on the stream.
Discharge.
Whoa, fuck! Dance, fucker! Oh, that was about... I missed you by about 60 centimeters.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chris, sorry.
Jesus, that was a close call. I just got to see that now because of the delay.
Sorry.
People keep asking about the performance. Do you envision it being much better than Armour 2, or about the same, or more in line with Armour 3, which seem to make more use out of your GPU?
I think the most important thing for people to realise is that DayZ is not optimized yet for a client. We've basically done no optimization for the client. So the benefits you see in frame rate are because you're being sent a lot less data. Like, you have a very small amount of data around you, so you don't have to process all these things. And I was talking about it with the Armour programmers last night, that they have to calculate simulation, damage simulation, all that kind of stuff, whereas we don't. So that does give you benefit, but really what it does is it makes you smoother, generally. Brian, I can't sprint, man, because of my pistol.
Yeah, you're using the pistol.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I'm going to unload my pistol, actually.
How many different movement speeds are there? It's like you've got your aim down sight speed. Then if your gun's just
You got
hip shot,
walk, aim, and sprint. It's subject to change. Vespa, who's one of the creative minds behind the Arma 3 system, he's working full-time DayZ, so we do have plans.
Okay, so there's a possibility in the future to add the kind of sniper sitting down kind of positions.
Yeah.
And
Look,
extra leans. And all
one
that.
thing I'd like to emphasize, so previously on the stream, people have been watching me with HDR down. Zombie! Zombie!
Nice.
Sorry, Chris, go ahead.
No problem. In fact, I think you were just saying.
What was I saying?
I can't remember. You started shouting zombie at me.
The road is the terrain shader is being point lit. Now this is to me this is a huge deal because Arma 2 didn't have this. Basically, since Flashpoint, nighttime was not. The shaders weren't activated. You were only lighting the diffuse texture. So it's a big deal, and it makes a huge difference, as I hope people see. I love
people
DayZ.
really appreciate when you put out a 1080p video. I'm sure people really see the detail in it. I think really sort of things like the shaders are lost a bit on the transcode.
True.
Of the stream.
Okay. Well, I mean, is the Vaughn 1080?
I don't know
No,
what
it
the settings
should
are.
be. Yeah, we're not using a downscale.
I love this inventory screen A. I'm really proud of the inventory screen, actually. Really proud of it.
People are demanding to know at least what year the pre-release alpha will be out.
Well, like I say, I mean, I've made the mistake in the past of just saying a day, and it's a bad idea because you just never know. Like this week proves it. A day or two ago, Brian, we were stressed. We were really stressed. That's why we disappeared off the grid, you know, just full on, really heavily working. Are you coming, Brian? Yeah, and so I can't say.
Alright, so Dean, on the other side of this town, just a little bit past, is a grocery store.
Okay.
So we have to make our way through the town and then out the other side.
Guys, we're heading to a grocery store on the other side of town. Brian's going to lead the way. Yeah, so look, I'd love to be able to say it's coming out on XXX date, but if we discover something that will destroy the whole experience, then we have to fix that. But we're not sitting here adding heaps of crap and that's delaying standalone. We're literally just fixing very serious bugs, very serious ones. We're moving, guys, we're moving.
The different characters, the way they all have different faces, different clothes, different weapons, different bags, it really is super refreshing to see. Because you can really start to appreciate who's who if you're in a group.
Yeah,
I think that's one of
absolutely.
the features I'm most looking forward to. I really like that. Will you be able to disable head bob? Or are you going to force people to be sick?
I'm not sure, actually. I think it is in the options. Yeah, it is. Brian's nodding at me. It is in the options.
Thank God.
Although I've converted Brian to being a head bob fan, so.
Although my head bob's a little bit less than Dean's is sometimes. I like to keep it on the...
I have mine on wuss level head bob.
Oh.
Is this server third person enabled? Can you show us what this looks like in third person? And everyone's favourite question, I know previously you've said that you want to limit the ability for third person, and previously some of the options you were considering are when you're prone you can't third person but you can if you're stood up. Where are you on that scale at the moment? We've
been so focused on just making the damn thing work that all this stuff is still up in the air. So it's going to be very standardized. All the servers will have the same setting initially because we don't want bugs reported that end up being some weird side case. So
Yeah.
we're going to make sure that everyone does everyone does the same thing, and then yeah. Then later on, we'll allow people to change settings a bit, but we'll provide different databases for that, so that if you want to play on a first-person server, you will have a first-person character that is just for that database.
Right.
Let's keep moving, guys. I'm getting thirsty and hungry.
Someone asks, will different clothes, Dylan Cotter asks, will different clothes give you different stats in the sense that, let's say you put on a Kevlar vest, are you going to move slower than someone running in a t-shirt?
At the moment, the movement isn't affected by your items. It just, and I guess until we redo stamina completely and things like that, it's not going to have an effect. But when we do that, it will definitely have an effect.
So when you redo stamina, are you going to be adding things like, if you're holding like an M82 sniper rifle and have a Kevlar vest, that's a much bigger stamina drain than having a t-shirt and a Makarov, so you will demonstrably run slower or get tired.
Yeah, exactly, and require more energy, and whoa, what the hell?
Sorry about that, Miss Clip.
I really wanted to add it as safe mode into the weapon, but we're going to have to make a change in the engine for that. It really needs it.
Well, you can click a safety on, that'd be cool.
Yeah, although a lot of pistols don't have safeties.
I cannot believe I misspelled it.
So I'm just doing some smack talk in the chat.
I'm still working on learning English.
Oh, I just love these new the new lighting. Like, it's just so good at night. Night is DayZ. Like, you saw how freaked out. What the hell? Just a dude running around, sitting down. But you saw how, and I can't wait to get rid of the crosshair because it looks really stupid. But you saw how freaked out we were getting when the zombies were all running around us. That to me is DayZ. And if people haven't played it before, a good friend of ours, Salary, he was a designer at Bohemia. He made a Arma 2 mod called Generous Apocalypse.
Yep.
I believe
Yeah.
so, yeah.
And Salary's an awesome guy. He's from Finland. And I tell you what, I must catch up with him. I think it was his birthday recently. And Generous Apocalypse nails nighttime zombies and that whole effect. Like, honestly, very well done. It's trying to make DayZ work is difficult because it can happen in any scenario. It can happen at day, it can happen at night, all this kinds of stuff. Is he collapsing? No, he's just.
I think he's being a bit of a.
He's been a
smart-ass.
hero. I should clip his legs with a.
There's your grocery
Oh, here's
store.
grocery store. Okay, be on guard, guys. Oh, this is your grocery store, is it? Brian loves this place.
Yeah.
Well, it adds something to the west of Kamenka, something that probably have some pretty good loot.
Damn it, I haven't configured my taunt button. I'm going to do that right now. So I can tell
would
this
you
guy
say-
everything.
What would you say the main things are that are holding back the alpha release right now? Are there any kind of top 5 bugs that you're working your way through to get there?
What the fuck?
What just happened?
What the fuck? Someone just shot him.
What?
Someone shot him.
What? I'm sorry. He's dead.
He's dead. I heard that. It was like a Mosin or something.
It's not me. You can. This is like Star Trek 6. You can check my weapon. I'm fully loaded.
Star Trek
Holy shit, I
6.
just saw that.
Sorry, what was I talking about? When we're released. That wasn't staged to avoid that question either. Now I'm avoiding the question.
So it was about the top 5 like main things you're working through that you think once they're clear you could consider releasing the alpha.
Look, we don't know. our big bug was this weapon bug that we managed to smash today. So now we just need to test what's here and verify that it's not completely screwed. One of the big things I'm concerned about at the moment, just on tonight's gameplay, is that when a lot of people connect to the server...
Dean, we have a bandit in the trees directly across the street.
Roger. Okay, get inside the building. Fuck, I hear him. Get inside.
That's me.
Get inside the building.
I'm running!
Who's this? Who's this? Dude, with the jacket, you go cover back in here, okay? Shut all the doors and keep an eye on them. And the back here. Yeah, that's right. Take your jacket off. That's real fucking helpful. Whoa! Who's that? Whoa!
I think I just got him.
No, you just got our friend!
What?
He doesn't even have a fucking Moses, man!
My fucking torch was facing down because I have the weapon out.
Okay,
Scumbag Hicks.
people... No, that's not Hicks's fault. For fuck's sake, if you're gonna run inside the building, at least announce it.
He just ran in the front door after we had somebody shoot at us.
He's dead, man! He's dead!
I shot him square in the chest.
Get away from the fucking windows. Someone cover the back door.
God, this is like a scary movie. You're all just like killing each other accidentally.
Shut the doors, Hicks. Shut the fucking doors.
Guy with the raincoat, shut the door. Shut the door, dude. Shut the door. Oh, that doesn't even work. He's like an idiot. Shut the door. He's dead. Someone just shot him.
Get in the back, man. Get in the back. Let's get
What
the
the
fuck
hell
out
is
of here.
happening?
We're gonna have to... Dude, we're gonna have to turn our torches off. We're gonna have to run. Where are you, fucking Hicks? We're gonna stay away from the door,
All
bro.
right, hold on. I'm turning
Let's go dark. Let's go dark. But we need to link up first. We need to...